2.5 million years ago, the Earth was not the world you know today. It was wild, brutal, merciless. Every shadow could kill you. Every sunrise could be your last. There were no cities, no homes, no fire, no comfort, only the fight to stay alive. The wind howled across endless plains filled with giant beasts. Saber-toothed monsters with fangs longer than your hand. Hyenas the size of lions. Predators everywhere, in the grass, in the trees, in the dark. And among them walked the most fragile creature on Earth, the first human. No claws, no fur, no strength, just fear, and a mind that refused to give up. They were hunted day and night. When they went to drink water, death waited in the river. When they searched for food, eyes watched from the shadows. They lived between hunger and horror. Yet, in that terror, something powerful was born, the beginning of human intelligence. One day, a human picked up a sharp stone. It wasn't just a rock, it was a weapon. For the first time, the hunted became the hunter. They learned to strike, to defend, to fight back. The world began to change. With every spark of courage, a new chapter of survival was written. Nights were even worse. No fire, no light, just darkness and growls echoing across the land. The sky was their ceiling, and the cold ground their bed. The only warmth came from huddling close to one another, listening to the beasts that circled in the dark. Imagine lying there, hearing the breath of a predator just a few feet away, and not being able to move. One sound, one mistake, and it was over. But fear didn't destroy them. It shaped them. Every danger became a lesson. Every failure became strength. They began to understand patterns, how the wind carried scent, how the stars guided their path, how the earth itself whispered where life could be found. This was not just survival, it was evolution happening in real time. The mind was awakening. The same intelligence that would one day build cities, fly planes, and reach the stars, began here, in the mud, in blood, in fear. They learned to work together. Alone, they were prey. Together, they became power. They shared food. They watched each other's backs. They made sounds, gestures, and slowly, language was born. A single shout could warn hundreds. A signal could save lives. This was the moment humanity found its voice. Storms raged, rivers flooded, volcanoes erupted, yet they kept moving, kept fighting. They followed herds across endless lands, facing death every day, and winning. Their footprints still lie frozen in ancient earth, silent reminders of a war fought not with weapons, but with will. Every bone buried beneath the soil tells their story, of a species that refused to die. They faced hunger, predators, and nature itself, and still they rose. They were not kings of the world yet, but the spark of greatness had ignited. Can you imagine, if they had given up, if one generation had decided to stop fighting, we wouldn't exist. You wouldn't be here. Everything, your world, your life, your breath, began with their courage. 2.5 million years ago, they faced death every single day. But they didn't bow. They looked death in the eye, and survived. And that's the reason humanity exists today, not because we were the strongest, but because we were the most determined. So when life gets hard, remember them, the first humans who walked barefoot through hell, who created hope out of fear, who built the future from nothing. You are their legacy. Subscribe to my channel. It costs you nothing, but it motivates us to keep bringing you more new and thrilling videos like this one.